In the world of project management, data is king. Whether it's a list of tasks, a detailed client roster, or a breakdown of project phases, information needs to flow smoothly into your chosen project management tool. For many businesses and individuals, Microsoft Excel has been the go-to for organizing this kind of data for years. Its familiarity and flexibility make it a powerful tool for initial planning or data compilation. So, when you're making the jump to a more robust platform like Clickup, a common and very practical question arises. Can I upload Excel to Clickup? As a project management expert, I can tell you with confidence. Yes, you absolutely can upload data from Excel or similar spreadsheet formats into Clickup. This capability is incredibly valuable for a seamless transition, for integrating data from external sources, or simply for bulk importing information that's already neatly organized in a spreadsheet. Let's unpack how this works, why it's so beneficial, and what you need to keep in mind to make the process smooth and effective. Why would you want to upload Excel to Clickup? There are several compelling reasons why this feature is a game changer for project managers and teams. Migrating existing data. If your team has been managing tasks, client lists, or project details in Excel spreadsheets, the ability to import this data directly into Clickup saves countless hours of manual data entry. This is a huge benefit when adopting a new system. Onboarding new projects/clients. You might receive project specifications or client requirements in an Excel format. Instead of retyping everything, you can quickly import it, turning raw data into actionable tasks. Standardized templates. Many organizations use standardized Excel templates for specific project types or intake forms. Importing these ensures consistency and speed when starting new initiatives. Bulk updates or creation. Need to create hundreds of tasks for a large project, or update specific fields across many existing items. Preparing the data in Excel and then importing it can be much faster than doing it one by one in Clickup. Integrating external data sources. Perhaps you have data from another system that can be exported to Excel. Importing it into Clickup allows you to centralize information. How does the Excel import process work in Clickup? Clickup provides a robust import feature that supports various file formats, with Excel, typically .xlsx or .xls, and CSV, comma-separated values, being the most common. Here's a simplified breakdown of the general steps. Prepare your Excel file. This is the most crucial step. Think of your Excel sheet as a map for Clickup. Each row will typically become a new task, subtask, or item, and each column will represent a specific field within Clickup, like task name, assignee, due date, status, priority, custom fields, etc. Headers are key. Ensure your first row in Excel contains clear headers that correspond to the Clickup fields you want to populate. For example, if you have a column for task title in Excel, you'll map it to task name in Clickup. Consistent data format. Make sure your data within each column is consistent. For dates, use a format that Clickup can recognize. For assignees, use the exact email address or name as they appear in Clickup. Break down complex data. If you have multiple values in one cell, e.g., multiple assignees, you might need to separate them with a comma or another delimiter, depending on how Clickup handles multi-select fields during import. Keep it clean. Remove any unnecessary rows, columns, or formatting from your Excel sheet before importing. The cleaner the data, the smoother the import. Navigate to the import feature in Clickup. In your Clickup workspace, you'll typically go to the space, folder, or list where you want to import your data. Look for an import option. This is often found by clicking the ellipsis next to a space, folder, or list name, or within the settings of a list view. Choose your file and map your columns. You'll be prompted to select your Excel, .xlsx or .xls, or CSV file from your computer. Once uploaded, Clickup will display your Excel columns and ask you to map them to the corresponding fields in Clickup. This is where those clear headers in your Excel file pay off. You'll see a drop-down for each of your Excel columns, and you'll select the matching Clickup field, e.g., your project name Excel column maps to task name in Clickup if each row is a task, or a custom field if it's a project property. Clickup is smart and will often auto-suggest mappings, but always review them carefully. Configure additional import settings. You might have options to import tasks as new tasks, update existing tasks, or even create new custom fields if you have columns in your Excel file that don't directly map to existing Clickup fields. You can often specify the default status for newly imported tasks, their priority, or who they should be assigned to if these aren't specified in your spreadsheet. There might be options for handling subtasks or checklists if your Excel data is structured in a specific way. Review and import. Before the final import, Clickup usually provides a preview or a summary of what will be imported. This is your last chance to catch any mapping errors. Once you confirm, Clickup will process the import, and your data will populate your chosen space, folder, or list. Important considerations and best practices. Custom fields. If your Excel data includes information that doesn't fit into standard Clickup fields, e.g., client ID, marketing campaign, budget code, you'll likely need to create corresponding custom fields in Clickup before you import. This ensures that you can map your Excel columns to these specific data points. User mapping. For assignee, reporter, or custom user fields, ensure the names or email addresses in your Excel file exactly match the users in your Clickup workspace. Otherwise, Clickup might not be able to assign the tasks correctly. Dates and times. Be mindful of date and time formats. While Clickup is generally flexible, using a standard format like YYYYMMDD can prevent issues. Large imports. For very large datasets, thousands of rows, the import process might take some time. It's often wise to do a smaller test import first to ensure everything maps correctly before importing your entire dataset. Error handling. If there are issues during the import, e.g., unmappable fields, invalid data formats, Clickup will usually provide a report of the errors. Review this report to correct your Excel file and re-import if necessary. Backup. Before any large import, it's always good practice to have a backup of your Clickup data if possible, though imports usually add new data rather than overwrite existing.